Hi, I'm Finley, and I'm Chucky's friend to the end. Howdy freaking ho. So, episode 5. In other words, we got season 2 right around the corner, people. Just one more month. And we get the sweet satisfaction of new episodes of Chucky. Oh, and fun fact, it's Jennifer Tilly's birthday today. So happy birthday, Jennifer Tilly! Anyway, what's the episode all about? What goes on now that Devin is now aware of Chucky's existence and now Lexi is an ally to Jake? Let's find out from the episode. So it starts in a flashback in some sort of crazy bar place, where Charles is getting a glimpse into this blonde girl making out with this boy, but she goes all too rough and the boy backs out. So Charles steps in. And anyway, it jump cuts back to Lexi. See, waking up from her coma, and her daddy, he is happy to see his littlest angel awaken from her coma, as most dads do. But when she wakes up from a coma, she immediately wants Chucky. Of course she does. Dude, you just woke up from a coma. At least embrace the fact that you're still alive and, you're not dead and stuff. Instead of wanting your toy straight away. But she goes all, I want Chucky. No, I liked it better when you were in a coma. Yeah, I said it. Sue me. Whatever. Her dad warns her, but, because of her tantrums, he did warn her. When he shows him, she screams. It's pretty funny, actually. I mean, seriously, what sane brat wouldn't be scared of that thing? He looks hideous. He looks like a cabbage patch. He looks like a two-faced cabbage patch kid. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, Caroline's dad throws him in the medical waste dump, and Chucky gets a little too excited with those needles, basically swimming in that stuff. Listen, I know you stated earlier that you love hospitals, dude, but come on, dude. Those things are filthy. They're going to contain diseases. Anyway, since Lexi is away, since Caroline's awake, Lexi asks, where's Chucky? Gonna get him a Snickers, but she's all like, I don't like Chucky anymore. Okay, girl, we get it. You don't like Chucky. You don't have to keep repeating yourself with a very loud tone, young lady. Anyway, and then, her mom is all like, ugh, Lexi, haven't you done enough? Lexi's dad, he's all like, we get it, Lexi. You have the best intentions. And then Lexi's mom, she's all like, I don't think that. Ugh, I hate Lexi's mom in this episode. Oh, I practically hate Lexi's mom. She reminds me a lot of Amity's mom from Owl House. Oh, basically a total bad parent to her kids. Isn't only caring about putting herself of the rest of other people. Whatever. Her point is Lexi informs Jake and Devin to go to the medical waste dump. And they manage to try and find him, but he's not in there. Jesus, I know Lexi's wearing gloves, but come on, how did she not get any needles stuck on her fingers? I mean, Chucky managed to get needles on him when he managed to get into that thing. Seriously, that's crazy. Anyway, jump cuts to the science lab where the teacher is explaining about how Oliver is dead and how she's there for the students. Huh, I like her. Anyway, and then she's taken by Devin's mother. Why? I don't know. Oh, anyway, Devin, Lexi, and Jake, they have a chat of what they're gonna do. That Chucky is around somewhere. He could be after them. Junior tries to step in and wondering, hey, why are you guys chatting? Are you two finally getting along? What are you guys chatting about? Oh, I mean, they're not gonna tell him. I mean, how would you react if you found out that your cousin's doll is possessed by a serial killer and tries to kill your girlfriend, but your girlfriend and cousin end up teaming up to try and stop this thing? How would you react to that? I mean, they'd be happy that your cousin and girlfriend are getting along now, but still, they don't tell him. Anyway, at Oliver's memorial shrine, yeah, that's what it's called, memorial shrine, Devin tries to tell Jake to close his eyes and imagine everything being okay. Huh, I like Devin. He's super nice. Nice. Anyway, and then Devin and Jake hold hands, and then there's, like, these students rushing around, like, they do this crazy little edit where everything's going so fast, and it's kind of cool, actually. Anyway, we cut to Lexi and her family returning home after it's nearly been burned down. But Lexi's mom, she's just being a total old jerk to Lexi. I get it. She blamed Lexi for the fire and Caroline being in a coma, but come on, man. At least cut her a little slack. I mean, yes, if my kid nearly burned down my house, I'd be super pissed. I'd ground them for a year. But still, at least Lexi actually cared about Caroline's well-being and stuff. I mean, that's the thing about siblings. You act like you don't care about them, but there are, like, things that put them in situations where you start to have a heart, you know what I mean? Like, it happens before, actually. Like, I'm a man who does occasionally get into fights with family members. Like, sometimes my cousins, sometimes my own mother. You know, just simple disagreements that families have. You know, and do we sometimes, like, act like, would they just get off your back? Yes. But when they're, like, serious medical condition or something like that, do we care? Yes, we do care. Like, for example, well, there are family members I don't agree with all the time, and I do occasionally get pissed off at them. But as much as I do get pissed off with a couple of my family members, I can't really stand losing them, you know what I mean? Like in young Sheldon, when Sheldon had to get his gallbladder removed, his sister slept in his bed and actually was missing him and actually cared. And in the show, those two don't normally get along, mostly because Sheldon is smart and she's the opposite. She's not dumb, she's just an average kid, you know what I mean? And she gets annoyed at her brother's antics and his smart abilities and stuff. But, you know, in that episode where Sheldon's in a serious condition where he has to get surgery and stay in a hospital for a couple of days, she actually is concerned with her bro and actually does miss him. You know, it would happen to you, it would happen to me. We all get these feelings where we wish the family member was gone, but once it's gone, you're like, I miss them so much. Why did I was mean to them in the past? You know, it's like that. You know, it's a typical family thing. Anyway, and Lexi's mom, she's all not concerned about how she's going to build her house. She's going to use the tax dollar money to pay for her house. Wait a minute, she's going to use tax dollar monies to pay for her house? For warning, this isn't a political video or anything. I just want to say this, though. I mean, Lexi's mom, I'm sure she's a great politics. Who am I kidding? She's probably just she's just another suit dummy who probably just wants power. There, I said it. I'm sure she's a great mayor in the show, but she stinks at being a mom. And she rather puts being a mayor first rather than being a parent. She grounds Lexi, and she's practically this close to just disowning her. Or probably putting her up for adoption. And anyway, and Lexi's dad, he's trying to just talk to his wife about maybe cutting Lexi some slack or something. I'm surprised he's really chilled about this. Anyway, he shows Caroline her temporary new room. She nearly pulls a tantrum because she wants her own bed. But he shows her a surprise. It's not Chucky, Tommy from Child's Play 2. Kelly, they referenced that. The best one in the series, and not my personal favorite in the Chucky series. They've pulled a reference to that. Instead of Chucky, Tommy. Anyway, Lexi tries to see if that thing is just an ordinary dumb toy, which she did by looking like a lunatic in front of her family. And it cuts to Jake and Junior eating dinner, and Jake gets messages from Lexi, and Junior's all concerned why is his cousin getting texts from his girlfriend, the person who they didn't really get along, and, you know, they sort of have a fight, but then, you know, Junior's dad kind of breaks up the fight. It kind of gets mad at them, and then Junior's mom has a chat with him. You know, he's all like, I'm not turning into my brother. You know, it's just, whatever. Then then it cuts back to Caroline singing Itsy Bitsy Spider to Tommy. Chucky, he looks at it and it's like, he misses her. Anyway, and then it cuts to Caroline's dad finding Chucky. And then when sorry, I'm having trouble with my lines, okay? When Lexi was helping her mom, she doesn't give her, like, a thank you for helping that thing started. Then she thinks she was pulling a mean prank on Lexi by putting the ruined doll where Caroline was sleeping in, and then just, like, they have an argument, like foot down time. It's either being a mom or being a man. She can't choose both. And she's all like, oh, so I'm the bad guy. Yes, you are. She is just a total, I hate this woman. Just hate her. She's a terrible mother and possibly a terrible mare. Okay? You'll find out later in the review. Okay? Like, I have a word for her, but I can't say because, demonetized. But it begins with C. The letter C. Whatever. Let's not. You use your imagination. Sorry. Anyway, Junior and Devin make it to Lexi's house. They get Chucky with a bag and a taser. They beat the living crap out of him until his head is off the body. And Jake kicks it like a soccer ball. Oh, and they think that's the end of that. Anyway, Jake and Devin are on their bikes, and Devin's all like, things can go back to normal, and Jake is all like, I don't know what normal is anymore. And then, they have their first kiss. It took 5 episodes, but our main character, Jake, finally becomes boyfriend with his crush. It's sweet to see our main characters get what they want in the end. And anyway, it cuts back to Human Charles back at the thing with the blonde girl, and then they meet a red hair woman, and they go to a hotel where I can't show you because again demonetized, where the girls are like doing it for Charles' affection, and where Charles is just laying back, and then he kills the blonde girl, and you think that was Tiff, right? Like, when I first watched that, I thought that was Tiff, okay? But turns out the redhead girl was Tiff, and this is where she got her love for killing people. Oh, anyway, I don't want to stamp on their parade, but didn't before the show, there was like, I'm not making this up. I once saw this little film about called Charles and Tiff. What was it called? Tiff and Charles. It's how those two met. So, was that, like, for fan-made, or was that actually lore stuff? I don't know. We never know. I guess that stuff was made up. Still, it was pretty crazy to have a video of how those two met, actually, and it claimed it's how they met. When really, this is how they met and fell in love. Tiff suggests Charles should be called Chucky, and Chucky suggests maybe she should be a blonde. Dude, really? Anyway, it cuts to Junior's mom at a place where she's talking about her secret. Turns out her secret, my guess at first she was cheating on her husband with someone else like in Curse, but when we find out what her secret is, turns out she has stage 4 cancer. Damn. Like, I honestly thought her secret was like adultery, but no, it's something else serious. Damn. Turns out she doesn't want to treat. Turns out she hasn't told her kids or her husband because she can just imagine their reaction. Well, yeah, if I found out my mom had cancer, I would literally be upset and frightened. Like, no child should ever suffer through that. You know what I mean? Anyway, then after that, it cuts to Tiff and Nika. This is the first time we've seen her since Alt making out in front of a tied up guy. And then those two, they sort of have a conversation. then they have a fight about how Tifa is always hungry. And, you know, while Tifa is going to get some sweetish meatballs, Chucky possessed Nika is talking to the guy, and then when he draws the knife, we see, like, this weird thing that's turned red, and Nika's back to normal. Like, no joke. Like, I always thought since Chucky is splitting his souls, like, maybe the soul inside her is dying down or something. But no, this turns out the whole possessing sequence is kind of like a thing that happens in Willy's Wonderland, where the animatronics go from normal robots to possessed creatures. As it turns out, it's that kind of voodoo thing. Not, you know, full-time possessed or like the possession can die down. But no, it's like a turn-off, turn-on kind of possession. Anyway, she tries to explain, like what's going on, but the guy doesn't believe her, thinking she's crazy. See? And when she lets him go, he smacks her, knocking her back to being Chucky. See? Those Chucky and Tiff share a kiss, and they kill the guy. Anyway, there was assembly going on, where Jake, Devin, and Lexi are, like, talking about, since Chucky's gone, like, is everything going to be back to normal? Junior wants to know what's going on. Lexi tries to explain, but he just doesn't believe him, because, again, it's crazy. See, and then Lexi's mom is given this really well-deserved, like, really calmer boo crowd, where everyone boos at her, telling her she's a horrible mess. Finally, she got her just dessert for being a bad parent, and possibly a bad politic, because of the Onslaught murders. Anyway, the principal's head is found, because it moves like a soccer ball, and then Chucky unlifts the curtains to reveal the principal. Oh, she's dead. And turns out Chucky possessed Tommy when that's how he got into the house. And that was the end of episode 5. By far the craziest. And personally, I will say, my personal favorite in the episode. Like, I didn't like Lexi's mom. She's a real, she makes me mad. She reminds me a lot of Amity's mom from Owl House. You know, putting her arrest of people, just thinking about herself, thinking that she's glorious. When really, she's a horrible person and mother. And really, her husband is a better parent than her, and maybe even a better politic. Just saying. And I love it how we got to see Nika again, even though she's possessed by Chucky, and they'll just flicker off and on. I love it how Devin and Jake got their first kiss. It was very sweet. You could see those two get together in the end. And yeah. All in all, this episode was pretty cool. I promise you, for the rest of the month, I'm going to give you all the episodes, except for episode 5. I got a special date for that one. This is the F-Man Critic telling you to like, subscribe, hit notification. And guess what? My Ninjago pilot is on its way. Bye. Heidi freaking ho.